The strangest part, though, was the university gatekeeper's dog. The dog, usually calm and friendly, would bark aggressively whenever Chidera passed. No one could understand why the dog barked at her and no one else. Some students thought it was odd, while others dismissed it as a coincidence, but each couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Once upon a time, in a vibrant university located on the outskirts of Nigeria, students came from different towns and cities, all with the hope of a better future. Among them was Chidera, a beautiful, brilliant young woman known for her intelligence, kindness, and warm, cheerful personality. She and her best friend, each, were inseparable. Wherever one went, the other followed. They studied together, ate together, and shared secrets about their future ambitions. Chidera had always been the brightest in her class. While other students struggled with assignments and exams, she excelled effortlessly. Her lecturers praised her, and her classmates admired her. But it wasn't just her intelligence that made her stand out, she had a way of making everyone feel comfortable. She was the kind of person who lifted the spirits of those around her. One fateful day, as Chidera and each sat beneath the light tree behind their faculty building, enjoying the cool air and discussing their upcoming exams, Chidera suddenly turned to her friend with a thoughtful expression. "I'm traveling tomorrow," Chidera said, her voice soft but firm. "To the village?" Each asked, surprised. It was unusual for Chidera to leave during the semester. "Yes," Chidera nodded. "I miss my family, and I need to see them. I'll only be gone for a few days." Each smiled. "All right, but you better hurry back. We have a lot of studying to do for the exams." Chidera laughed, and the two friends continued their conversation, making plans for when she would return. Days passed, and Chidera came back from her trip, but something was different. She wasn't the same lively, joyful person everyone knew. Her once bright eyes seemed dull, her smile had vanished, and her voice was cold and distant. Even with each, her best friend, Chidera barely spoke. She avoided every conversation and locked herself in her room, only coming out for her lectures or to grab something to eat. At first, each thought it was just fatigue from the trip, but weeks passed, then months, and Chidera's demeanor remained the same. The other students began to gossip about her sudden change in character. "She's probably going through something," someone speculated. "Maybe she's just tired of everyone," others whispered. The strangest part, though, was the university gatekeeper's dog. The dog, usually calm and friendly, would bark aggressively whenever Chidera passed. No one could understand why the dog barked at her and no one else. Some students thought it was odd, while others dismissed it as a coincidence, but each couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. 2 years later, Chidera's strange behavior persisted. By now, most of her classmates had learned to stay away from her. Each, too, had grown distant. Although they still lived on the same campus, their friendship had faded into a shadow of what it once was. Each missed her friend terribly but didn't know how to reach out anymore. One afternoon, while shopping at the local supermarket, each bumped into Oma, Chidera's elder sister. They hadn't seen each other since Chidera's trip to the village. "Oma!" each exclaimed with a warm smile. "It's been a long time. How are you doing?" "I'm good," Oma replied, smiling. "How is your family?" "It's been a while since I saw Chidera." Oma's smile faded slightly. "What do you mean? Didn't you attend her burial?" she asked, confusion in her voice. Each froze. "Burial? What burial?" she asked slowly. Oma sighed. "Chidera died in a car accident on her way back to the university 2 years ago." "No." Each shook her head, feeling her heart race. "That's impossible. I just saw her last Monday. Chidera is alive. She's been here at the university all this time." Oma's face darkened. "I don't know what you're talking about." Chidera is gone. We buried her. The two women stared at each other, disbelief and fear filling the space between them. Determined to prove her point, each grabbed Omar's hand. Come with me. I will show you that Chidera is alive. They rushed to Chidera's dorm. Each heart pounded against her chest as they reached the door. They knocked, but there was no answer. Maybe she's inside, each said smoothly. She doesn't talk too much anymore. But something felt wrong. The door was locked, which was unusual because Chidera was always inside. In desperation, each pushed the door open, breaking the lock. But to their surprise, the room was empty. Chidera was gone. No clothes, no belongings, nothing remained. It was as if she had never been there at all. Oh my God, Omar whispered, covering her mouth in shock. Each stood frozen, her mind racing. What was happening? Had Chidera truly died? If so, who had been living in this room all this time? The students who had heard the commotion gathered around, their faces filled with fear and curiosity. Whispers filled the air as the reality of the situation began to sink in. The dog has known all along, someone murmured. Its barking was a warning. It was trying to tell us that something was wrong, that Chidera was not who she seemed to be. From that day forward, Chidera was never seen again. Her disappearance sent shockwaves through the university. Some believed she had been a ghost all along, while others thought she had been possessed by a spirit during her trip to the village. The fear gripped the hearts of students and lecturers alike. As weeks passed and life resumed its normal course, the mystery of Chidera's strange return and sudden vanishing haunted each. She couldn't sleep at night, replaying every moment she had spent with Chidera after her supposed return. How could her best friend have been dead, yet she had spoken to her, seen her every day? Superstitions overrode reason. The university soon became a place of whispered prayers, with students avoiding the gate at night and the path near Chidera's dorm room. Determined to find answers, each visited Chidera's village. She hoped to understand what had happened, or at the very least, pay her respects at Chidera's grave. With Omar's help, she traveled to the remote village. The elders welcomed her, and one of them, an old woman, guided her to Chidera's grave. As she stood beside the grave, each felt a deep sorrow wash over her. She knelt by the grave, trembling as she whispered a prayer. Chidera, she said softly, her voice breaking, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't see what was happening sooner. I'm sorry I couldn't help you. I just want you to rest now, wherever you are. A gentle breeze swept through, carrying a feeling of peace. Each wiped her tears. Whether real or imagined, she felt that Chidera had finally found peace. Though Chidera's presence was gone, her story lived on, a haunting reminder of the thin veil between the living and the dead, and the power of friendship beyond the grave.